Okay, so now let's talk about Emacs. Emacs is an environment for writing code. It's a text editor. And the distinction between a text editor like Emacs or Nano, which we used earlier, is that it allows you to manipulate the raw, unadorned strings that underlie your code without masking it in any, sort of user-friendly imagery. So an image gets the point across. Here on the left side is a word processor like TextEdit, where you see bolded text and it's actually bolded when you look at it while you're editing it. Whereas on the right-hand side, all the markup that you're putting into the bolding, that's actually visible in its own right as its own characters. So that's a distinction really in a nutshell between a word processor like Word or a text edit and a text editor. And there's a number of different text editors like TextMate, Sublime Text, Visual Studio, Xcode, and Eclipse. And these have several good properties, but they don't really support everything that we want in an editor. One that's free, it's open source, configurable. It's got a huge development community, and so on and so forth. Really, especially in the Linux environment, which is what most startups are using, Vim and Emacs are kind of the two champions here. And that's not to say that you can't do a technology startup without them. For example, David Heinemeier Hansen of Rails fame uses TextMate, and Jeff Atwood built Stack Overflow in the Visual Studio stack. So it's certainly not impossible, but it is certainly more common to find Vim and Emacs as the editors of choice at technology startups. And for this class, we're going to focus really on Emacs. In particular, you're going to find that there's a feature of so-called REPL integration, we'll see later on, that makes it very powerful. So that's kind of the background Emacs. We'll talk about control and meta keys in a second.